Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode podcast where we're going to be talking about an episode in Demon Slayer. And what episode are we talking about?
Episodes 2 and 3 of the new season.
All right. Should we talk about what happened before, though? First episode?
I mean, we have a whole podcast about what happened before. Let's go watch that one.
Quick thumbnail to that. Yeah. All right. So we left off Tanjiro and the boys go off with the sound guy. What the fuck was his name? Tenzen. So, yeah, now they're getting dragged to the entertainment district where episode 2 starts. So, who wants to start talking about episode 2?
Let me just say that the episode 2, I was crying, laughing the entire time, and episode 3 made me super excited to continue with this season.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2, immediately when they get to the entertainment district and Tenzin's like, okay, don't do anything to like stand out. Just stay with me, stay in the carriage. Then immediately Zenitsu and Inosuke are like, boop, boop, I'm out of here.
Yep.
That was so funny.
Classic.
See, I had the opposite view on it. I was just like, wow, there's, they like told the dude, we'll take charge, we'll go on this mission in place. And then they're already fucking it up, You'd think they'd kind of take it a little serious, but
that's just them. That's just their character, man. They've never been to the big city before, so.
No, I gotta say, the entertainment district looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Great animation.
No, the whole setting is just awesome. The colors are great, and then the intro rolls. The new opening is so effing good.
Can we just take 10 minutes to talk about how fucking good the new opening is?
Only 10 minutes. Nothing more.
Only 10 minutes, nothing more, nothing less. No, I mean, it's just, I think it blows season 1's opening out of the water. It is so good.
Ooh, bold words.
Not bold words. I mean, do you disagree?
I like the music from the first opening more, I guess.
Well, I definitely think both themes fit what the season is covering. First one's a little bit more serious and more action oriented, while this one is just more energetic, which is perfect for the entertainment district. I just love the shot where it shows Tenzin and Tanjiro just both
facing each other.
Yeah, no, it's the second that zooms in on them and then it has them looking away, and then it plays the Demon Slayer thing. That's right now the background of this shit.
Such a beautiful thing.
No, yeah, I think the music itself is fantastic. Personally, I can't even remember what the first season's intro was, just because it's been a while since I heard it.
Suyoku.
Oh yeah. Right. It's my playlist.
Yeah.
Then it goes hard with the electric guitar, and they're like, hell yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, that full intro though is so good.
Yeah, but I think between both intros, for sure, I definitely like the art a lot more. I think it made a way bigger impact. And between the intro and then the whole episode 2 where they introduced the entertainment district, I had to really fight the urge to pull up the episode on my phone or my laptop and take a screenshot to pop it on as a screensaver or background. So, yeah.
I just the music and just it's so because the first season's opening was so it fit the theme of the tone of the first season rather, where it was slow and dreary and more I guess impactful, where this one's just fucking balls to the wall hype. Just it fits the theme of the entertainment district, like Trav was saying. I think it's probably recency bias right now, but it's probably top 10 favorite anime openings of all time right now.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's perfect.
That's fair. I know one thing that I wanted to say or talk about or whatever is I think a little bit in the opening and a little bit in what do you even call it? Just the ending.
The outro or something.
Right? The outro, whatever. Every now and then I feel like we get small little glimpses of sorry, I want to correct myself from earlier. It's not Tenzen, it's Tengen Uzui. We get small little glimpses of him, and it's black and white, and he looks super just sad or whatever. So I think that kind of we had talked about last time, where hopefully we'll get flashes into his past. I think that especially is hinting at the fact that we will get to see a little bit of that at some point, hopefully. During the arc.
Because I think the only thing we know about him is that he came from a Shinobi family, right?
Correct.
And all his wives are what is the female ninja called? Kunoichi, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're all ninja too. So
if I had to speculate or whatever, it seems like maybe that like his past influenced him in a certain way to make him now become super, flashy and over the top or whatever.
Didn't he say in episode 1 that the reason he's so flashy and over the top now and flamboyant is because he had to hide in the shadows as a shinobi? I thought he said that.
I think it was.
He didn't. That's certainly what I feel like it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was something along the lines of having like super strict rules, and then he's pretty much the god of. Did you say he was the god or the king of the entertainment district?
The god.
Yeah.
And then Inosuke.
King of the mountain.
The king of the mountains.
Right away.
That was so funny, dude.
He's like, nice to meet you, god of the entertainment district. I'm a king of the mountains. And he's like, what? Weirdo.
Yeah, and then Tanjiro's just like, how should I, pronounce you, God, or something else? And Zenitsu's the only one's like,
what the hell?
Yo, you are all cringy, man.
Yeah, Yusuf is the one sitting there in the back, does not say anything, just like, what the hell's wrong with these guys? They're both crazy.
Yeah, I definitely identified as Zenitsu in that picture. Pretty much, well, for a lot of both episodes, I identified as Zenitsu. I think he had a lot of funny moments for sure, like Mitch was mentioning. I was laughing the whole time in episode 2. I kind of forgot the fact that the episode was progressing and it was setting the stage for episode 3 for sure. So I felt like not much was happening, but I think it was worth it once you got to the next episode. So I don't want to jump ahead or anything.
I don't want to jump ahead either, but I will go ahead and say that I think Zenitsu is the MVP and the star of both episodes. He's really carrying the season right now, I think.
Did you say Zenitsu?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He went face to face, or not toe to toe as in a fight, but he's face to face with an upper 6.
But he doesn't know it's an upper 6.
Yeah, but that was like in episode 3. Episode 2, oh my god. Episode 2, man. There's, like, I think last time I mentioned Demon Slayer as a show, like, I never want to skip ahead. But episode 2, with just Zenitsu, I wanted to skip ahead so fucking much.
Okay, what part, though?
Jeez.
Well, it's like, as soon as they get to the entertainment district, right? They volunteer to go on this mission, and they're just fucking around. Like, I get it. It's the bit. And then Zenitsu just keeps wandering off. Tanjiro grabs him for a second, or whatever the sound guy's name, Tengen?
Tengen.
Yeah. Whatever. His name's Tofu now. Fucking Tofu gets him, and then he walks away again, and then he just like gets all nervous with like the girls and shit. Yeah, it's all funny bit and stuff. And then he brings him to like an inn or some shit. And then Tofu's like, all right, I'm going through the fucking mission with you guys. And then Zenitsu, of course, takes it the wrong way. He's like, we're not going to recruit your fucking wives, man. This is some bullshit.
No, he wasn't saying that we would not help your wives. He was pissed off that he had 3 wives and Zenitsu has no wives.
I just rewatched the scene beforehand. Zenitsu was pissed twice at Tofu. Once because when Tofu was describing the mission to him, in Zenitsu's mind, it sounded like, all right, they're in charge of finding a new bride for him. And then Tofu was like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm saying I need you guys to get information about my wives. Wait, wives? Yeah, I got 3. And then he blows up again. My favorite part of episode 2 is when fucking Tofu knocked Zenitsu out. I had the biggest smile on my face when that happened. I was like, thank God we can get moving somewhere.
That entire scene had me laughing.
Dude, come on, man. Come on. How many more times does Zenitsu have to freak out? Like, I get it. That's the character. That's the bit. Yeah. But he overreacts twice. And then the entire episode, that's all he's doing is just freaking out over Tofu. Because no one wants him as the bottom bitch. So then he just freaks out and riffs on a guitar. and just lightning and shit's going everywhere. He just wants to be the best bottom bitch, you know? It's just, God, Zenitsu really pissed me off in episode 2, man.
Yeah, I can see a lot of the reasons why you get really frustrated with Zenitsu, but I think that's really true to his character because the only thing he's passionate about is women, and so when he feels like there's some kind of injustice, whether it be because he doesn't have not one, not two, or even 3 wives, he's pissed. When girls are looking at him but he can't do anything about it because he has to be undercover, he's pissed. When jumping ahead when something bad is happening, or not even jumping ahead, but whenever a girl's in danger, he's pissed. So I think that's all very true to his character. It was funny. Yeah, it can get a bit annoying if it just keeps happening on and on. Personally, I got a little annoyed by the time they got into that inn and he exposed that he had 3 wives. They were shouting some crap back and forth, and I could not follow one bit of that. I'm like, dude, this makes no sense. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe that's just me. I would have to go back and see. It was between Tengen and Zenitsu.
Or just why they were arguing or whatever.
I'd have to go back and see like the exact dialogue. Maybe,
I see where you're coming from, because in like a show like Demon Slayer, because you're so like into the animation and like watching the characters actually animate, you forget to read the fucking words. So like you can watch a scene, but you don't really know what just happened. All you knew is that they screamed at each other.
Yeah, I think I just got like bits of the actual like the dialogue, and I just couldn't put it together. So
no, Trev, I agree with you for the most part that Zenitsu during majority of the episode was really annoying. But I think that scene in the inn, I was almost in tears. I thought it was so funny. And then the funniest part of that whole entire scene though wasn't Zenitsu, it was Inosuke.
Yeah, I was fine with Inosuke.
When he's like. When Tengen's like, okay, let's go save my wives, and Inosuke's like, your wives are probably dead.
Yeah.
And then Tengen just punches him and knocks him out too.
Yeah, I was fine with that part. It was just,
that was funny.
Your
wives are probably dead.
Yeah. And then Zenitsu just wouldn't shut the fuck up the rest of episode 2. I hated him in episode 2, but I started to, I was fine with him in episode 3. He really fucking stepped his game up in episode 3.
Yeah.
But, well, before we jump ahead to episode 3, after the whole inn fight, now Tofu needs to get both all Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu all recruited into these different houses as bottom bitches. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
They're called Orion or Oiron or something like that.
No, those are like the top ones.
No. Everyone is. They're just every one of those houses are Oiron.
Okay.
I thought, Josh, I think I agree with you. I think those were just the top ranking ones.
Well, then the other girls were Oiron in training then.
Okay.
Which doesn't make sense to me because I googled it because I was confused because I thought they were geisha originally, but they're not geisha because geisha. So the difference between in Japanese history, the difference between geisha and Oiron, or however you pronounce it, is geisha were just women of like high culture and high class. They weren't prostitutes. Where Oiron are prostitutes. They're like high end prostitutes. So does what the hell happens when someone goes and wants to buy Inosuke and wants to have some fun with Inosuke? Like what the fuck's what is he gonna do?
He's gonna fight back. What do you mean?
Or Tanjiro.
Punch him in the face.
Tanjiro's gonna get a dick in the ass. What do you mean?
Like
they asked nicely.
Yeah.
And Zenitsu would probably fucking scream at them and be like, or no, he'd probably brag about it. He's like, yeah, someone wants to fuck me.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know if we'll come into that particular scene where that'll happen, but I guess it's possible. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, okay. Well, I'll bring this back up in episode 3, but then we're on the recruit. How do we? I mean, who got sold off first? Was that Tanjiro?
Yeah.
I think so.
Tanjiro's just like, dude, they look so fucking bad with their makeup and stuff on.
No, okay. I just want to clarify. Oiron is all the girls are Oiron. because Oiran is anyone that works in a pleasure house. So
what's the top ranking?
So they were just top ranking.
I think she's called the Koinatsu or Koinatsu Oiran. So she's got like a specific title, like an additional title. So.
Gotcha.
All right, sorry, Trev. Go. What were you saying?
I just thought it was funny how all three of them looked like dressed as women. The makeup looked so bad on them. Like Inosuke is like the only one that could probably pass for a female in that show.
That's why he got taken by that one lady, and she's like, "Sir, I would like to buy this girl," and he's like, "Okay," and then she goes and she wipes off all his makeup off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we found a winner with this one.
Yeah, they picked him up while he was on the ground picking his ear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
The most moment.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're into the looks, not
Yeah.
exactly the posture at the moment.
And then Zenitsu just being annoying, getting sold last, and then being all pissed off about it.
Yeah, how did Zenitsu even get recruited? Was it just because he was strumming on that guitar thing?
No, I think Tengen went to like one of the houses he knew well and was like, "Please take this one.
Yeah.
Like, I really need."
He used his charm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Zenitsu later on says that, or reveals that the only reason he got in there was because Tengen's like, take this girl. She can do whatever you want her to do. Clean the floors, clean the bathrooms, do whatever, have her be a maid. And because he used his charm too. And
then he shreds it.
Yeah.
On whatever that instrument is called. He shredded it.
Yeah. So Zenitsu's goal is to be the the best Oreo. The
best Oreo.
Double stuffed.
Mm-hmm. She's got something to prove.
Yep.
No, it was funny when they realized that Tanjiro has the scar, because I didn't think about it, but they were wearing makeup. So as soon as it skipped to Tanjiro, like getting his hair pulled, I was like, "Oh my god!" Can I just mention how Tanjiro hasn't done shit these last 2 episodes?
Yeah,
like
You're saving him.
That's kind of okay. Yeah,
like I completely forgot that he's a main character.
Well, I like that though, because like in season 1, it was only one that did anything was Tanjiro, and now they're letting the other 2 shine.
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
I mean, Zenitsu right now he's the MVP of this. Well, besides Tengen, Zenitsu's the MVP of the season for me because of episode 3. But...
Yeah, well, I don't think you should overlook Inosuke either, because he sniped where the demon was.
I mean, that was cool. Yeah,
I was gonna argue that Inosuke is actually making more moves than anyone else, because Zenitsu just happened to come across that demon.
Well, I'm not talking about like MVP in the terms of he's doing the most. I'm saying MVP in the terms that he is the most entertaining for me right now, and like because. I mean, showing the fact that because he knew it was a demon, because if I remember correctly, his hearing is like Tanjiro smelling, right? Where he can hear that people are demon. Okay, so he knew it was a demon, and he still was like, you know what? No, you can't touch this little girl. I need to protect her. Where last season he probably would have ran away.
Mm-hmm. He would have started crying.
He's developing a little bit.
Scared. Yeah. Agreed.
But that's jumping ahead to episode 3. So
yeah, and I'm totally okay with Tanjiro not being in the spotlight for a little while and giving the other 2 some time. I do hope though that we get to see at some point soon where Nezuko is at and like what's gonna happen there. You know what I mean? Because I figured they're not gonna try to get her recruited anywhere, obviously, but just to know like where she's at and how he's like keeping her safe and everything during this whole time.
She's still with Tanjiro. We know that because when he got sold in episode 2, he had her.
He had the box.
Yeah, he had the box on his back. Okay. So she's somewhere in that house with him. But
okay, good.
But like, I guess I do agree with Trav a little bit. I was surprised that they showed Inosuke and Zenitsu both like hearing about Tengen's wife, and we don't have Tanjiro hear anything yet. Actually, no. Tanjiro did hear about the
Tanjiro
suicide,
did
right?
hear it.
Yeah. The apparent
Yeah,
suicide.
he's still doing some
Okay.
recon. I think he has some value there.
Like everyone's gotten a hint, but only really only Inosuke's acted on anything.
Yeah.
Zenitsu was just put into a position where he did something, and Tanjiro's just, being Tanjiro.
Clean the floors.
I don't know how Inosuke didn't reveal his identity at all. After he was deadass sprinting, he was shouting in his husky voice, and like
Punched
that
a dude.
I don't know how he.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's not arrested for murder. That guy is not alive. That guy is not alive.
Wait, so what else happened in episode 2 though? They got recruited, and was that it?
All the stuff happened with Tanjiro learning about, or was that episode 3 where he learned about the apparent suicide?
I think that was episode 3. I think episode 2, the only thing that happened was like the funny scenes, and then they all got placed.
Well, and then Inosuke is delivering water, like delivering the food, and he hears about how, is it Mako, how she hasn't left her room in
or something is the demon, but yeah, Makio.
Yeah,
is the wife, Makio.
Yeah. So he heard that Makio hasn't left her room in like weeks. So he's like, "Oh, I know who Makio is. Let me go see if I can find her room and see what's going on." And then I think it cuts to her room where we see her being interrogated by someone we don't know who it is. It's a demon, but we don't know what the demon is. Like she's wrapped up in ropes and like linen and stuff. But I forget how it ends exactly.
Yeah, I don't really remember either. I think like Tanjiro was like trying to like dig up some dirt about Tofu's wife, but he was like trying not to say the wrong thing, but at the same time Tanjiro is so good-hearted he can't lie, so he has to make like a dumbass face.
That was funny.
Here's a question I had watching it, and I guess we can get into this more when we actually meet the main baddie. But is she like the head Orion to every house, or is it just that one house?
I thought it was just Zenitsu's house.
Yeah,
but she's at Inosuke's house too.
I think that's like her cloths are, but she's not necessarily physically there. That's what I was also curious about.
Well, I mean,
it looked like she was interrogating that wife, but at the same time she's at the house with Zenitsu. So like, I don't really understand that duplicity.
Well, maybe that house doesn't know that she's there, so she's moving undercover there. She has Makio there captive to interrogate her.
I mean, is it impossible for multiple houses to share the same Oreo,
That's what I was wondering. That's what I was confused about.
She could just be like a free agent, just kind of jumping around and just makes everyone money in each of the families. So I think that's more realistic, really. And
I'm gonna look it up.
We didn't see Michael Jackson in episode 2, right? We saw him in episode 3.
That was 3.
Yeah. So it pretty much ended with the hint of Tofu's wife, and Inosuke was kind of on the trail of it.
Yeah, I just I quickly flashed the end of episode 2 just because I feel like it was overshadowed a bit by the 3rd episode. Yeah, he just ended up coming up to the room, and then it just got there.
So was the scene where Makio was being wrapped up and tortured? Is that in the beginning of 3 then?
That's at the
end of 2.
Yep.
It's not like the actual like torture scene. I don't think. I think it's just like
just showing that.
Just shows that she's
like teasing it.
Yeah.
And then the start of 3 is when they hear Inosuke running up, and then she gets like brought up to the ceiling,
pulled away.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention too. I was so like this is why I feel like Inosuke is like, definitely in terms of plot is being like the major MVP right now. Like not only is he actually acting on information, but he's also playing his role really well, because when he started running down the hallway, or walking quickly, the two women stopped him and was like, hey, you don't want to run around that fast. What did Inosuke do? Not freak out. He just turned his head and just nodded, because Tofu told him directly, hey, they're going to pick up on your voice. Just shut the fuck up, And Inosuke, that completely shocked me. I was like, whoa, he's not freaking out at all. He's actually, doing his mission.
That part
self-control.
Like he didn't just jump into the room like he would have at any other point.
Well, he eventually. Well, he was thinking about what to do, and he's like, "This isn't me. I don't think." And then he just busted in. And then while he was chasing the demon, he was screaming the entire time. And then when he lost the demon, he started screaming. So, I mean, like Yusuf said, if he hasn't blown his cover by the next episode, I don't know what these people are seeing, but
yeah. But I agree with Trav that it was almost like a moment of self-control on his part, which is rare for him because he's very much he usually just speaks his mind, just does what he thinks is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely why I think Inosuke is being like the big time player right now in the entertainment arc.
Well, my favorite character in this season is Tengen, but
why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking Chad, man.
You like
so cool.
I didn't really care for Tengen too much to start, but as episode 2 and 3 continue. Well, not really 3 because he didn't really get much screen time in 3 at all. I don't even think he got any screen time.
I don't think so.
He just, I don't know, like he did have like some kind of charm about him, and his character was interesting, not for any, I don't know, not really any particular reason. I think his design's super cool. I don't know if you guys picked up on it, like the little rock beads on the side of his face, like the little crystals, like the audio that goes with that, like when he moves, you can hear them like clicking. It's like a really subtle detail. I just think they captured that really well. Like they paid attention to the detail in his outfit and his character. I think that was very cool.
Well, they usually do some detail with the outfits too, because sometimes they'll play Tanjiro's like earrings, like they do like the little flippy noise for them. So
a little clink.
Yeah, they're really good at that. Yeah, I don't think Tofu really did anything in the second or the third episode. I mean, I don't hate Tofu. I think he's fine. I'm more excited to learn more about his past. And I'm just glad like he's like taking this mission like somewhat seriously. He's like, hey, I got my wives, we got our information. I'm gonna try digging up dirt on my side or keep an eye out for other demons in the entertainment district while you guys try to get info for me.
Do you think like obviously he doesn't know, but I mean he's a Hashira, and I guess we're jumping into episode 3 kind of right now, but in that conversation between I don't know her name, but the upper 6 and Muzen's like we can't tell who the Hashira are, but the Hashira can tell who we are.
No, I think it was they can tell who a Hashira is. They can tell like that's a human who has significant talent, but when it comes to regular people, they don't know who is a regular person and who is just a lower level demon slayer.
Oh,
I think that's what he was saying.
I must have misread it because I thought he was saying like, be careful because we don't know who's who, but the demon slayers can sense, or the Hashira level demon slayers can sense how strong we are. But like, I guess the question I was leading to, does Tengen have any idea how strong of a demon he just sent those 3 in to fight?
Probably not.
I don't know. Part of me feels that just from his character, he probably has some kind of feeling.
Yeah.
That there is a significant danger there, but I don't know what kind of hope he's banking on for them not to actually be put in danger.
I actually disagree. I don't think he knows what they're expecting to come across in terms of demons, because the only info he got was from his wives. Yeah, and beforehand, he was going to recruit Ale and a little tiny girl. Like, if he knew beforehand, it was going to be like an upper 8. Like, he would have brought another Hashira or something.
I think the whole thing is that they were like right on the cusp of figuring out what was going on, and then he lost contact with his wives, and that's why he's sending them in, is because he's still trying to figure out what the heck is going on and why it would be that he doesn't get any more letters from his wives anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trav is definitely right that if he had an idea of what was going on, then yeah, I don't think that he would have been taking the little girls.
Yeah, I don't know if he's hinting at anything because I think the only scene we saw of him in episode 3 is when he was on the roof when the sunrise was happening, and he was like, "Yeah, something big is going on here," you know.
But what if he had a feeling that if he like, say he okay, I don't know if I'll be able to explain this really well, but what if he knows, say he knows that there's an upper six there, and he were gonna try to just hunt them down, because weren't we just saying that those demons, they can tell when there's a Hashira there?
Mm-hmm.
So notoriously there's gonna be some danger. Yeah, a lot of the demons are powerful. The upper six took down, what is it, like, was it 12? Was it 12 Hashiras?
She by herself took down 12.
Yeah, right. So this one might be a one-off that she's like very confident that she can handle it, and that's when Muzan was like, "Hey, you gotta chill. Like, don't let that confidence, destroy you or whatever, put you in danger." But what if Tengen knows that the demon knows he's there, so if he tries to pursue them, they're just going to try and get either reinforcements or kill him off, or kill off those like Tanjiro, Nosuke, and Zenitsu. Versus if he just sends them in there, kind of making it seem like he doesn't know there's actually danger there, that'll bait the demon out, so that way he'll actually confront them, and plus get all the information from that recon that they were doing.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like I think Tengen he's watching them the entire time. Like I think he knows what they're doing at every second, and that if it gets ever too dangerous, he'll jump in. Because I think he's just trying to get the demon to make a move first, and then he'll move.
Because up to this point, I don't think I've seen a Hashira that doesn't know the threat that they're facing. Like, they know that there's something significant there one way or another. And I think that's a situation here. We're just not really seeing much of him prove that, but I think we will.
Here's a question I have. All right, go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, in addition to, especially along the line where you're getting Yusuf, in addition to how we all want to see and hear more about his past, I also want to especially see what the heck his powers are and what the extent of those powers are. Because I think that you're totally right, Yusuf, where he could be using whatever sound powers he's got to basically just be like listening in on a lot of what they're doing. We don't know the extent of his powers yet, and hopefully we get to see that soon, because I'd love to know what all he's capable of.
Yeah. Well, I have a question that might be a little off topic. How the hell is Akaza, the one that killed Rengoku, upper 3, when he made such a big deal about killing a Hashira, when apparently this one has killed 12 Hashira, and she's upper 6?
And Yuzen straight up said that you're like the best of them.
Yeah, so why is she not like upper 1 or 2?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean,
I was thinking the same thing. I don't know.
I think Michael Jackson was kind of feeding into her ego a little bit, just to make her more confident with it. Like, maybe she does belong where she is, because I mean, her power doesn't seem too crazy, you know.
Well, we don't know the full extent of her power, right?
Yeah, right now it just looks like cloth. So I could be completely wrong. It could be like the most OP shit in the world, but I think Akaza's like destruction, like demon hearts are fucking nutty looking. Yeah. And Akaza was only bragging about killing one Hashira. We don't know his total.
That's true. I guess we don't know his total.
Muzan was just pissed because Akaza didn't kill every demon slayer and didn't kill everyone on that train.
Yeah. Well, I was actually thinking about that. I was like, man, they kind of let Rengoku die just to die. But then I think about that, and he did what he said he was going to do, and he didn't let anyone else die. Mm-hmm. So that's super off topic, but I was just thinking about that recently.
No, yeah,
like they honored his word. Just nice. Very like his character.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. I'm sure that there's some sort of a hierarchy at play that we just haven't been explained yet, or we don't know about. It might be based on like how much blood Muzan gives them rather than their skill. I don't know.
I think it kind of depends on how many people they eat, because
That too.
he was
That could be
mentioning
fun.
something about like, oh, just keep eating and gaining power and shit. So
Hmm.
it seems like eating humans and eating Hashira and other Demon Slayer corpse seems to
Mm-hmm.
increase their power.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this would be likely to happen, but I don't think it would be impossible to say. And this is assuming that the three main characters plus Tengen actually take down Daki, the upper six, and then Muzan finds out that those same three Akaza let live, and so that might fall back on him, on Akaza, and I don't know, something bad might happen to him. Muzan might take him out or demote him or something. I don't know. That might
Yeah.
happen.
What was the name, sorry, of that upper six demon again?
Daki.
Daki.
I
Ducky?
think.
Alright,
Oh my god.
we got it.
I think they are. I mean, it'd be cool for Muzan to get pissed off at Akaza and kill Akaza, but I think they're saving Akaza for Tanjiro.
Yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
I think it has to happen after what he screamed at him, and after Rengoku died. I think it has
Well,
to
and
happen.
then even Akaza said like, I got your numbered, bitch. I remember your
Yeah.
face.
Exactly. I don't know if it's gonna happen this season or if they're gonna save
Yeah.
it, but that
Oh.
fight's gonna happen again soon.
Yeah, the end of episode 4, Tanjiro just gets fucking decapitated by Akaza.
But then he sunbreathes himself back to life.
No, he smells that his head has been decapitated, so he breathes really well and reattaches it. Cause then he
Yeah.
didn't he close a stab wound when in the
He
train
did,
arc?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
did.
just breathing good enough will heal all wounds.
Well, he didn't close. He didn't close the stab wound. He stopped the bleeding.
He like clotted it or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Which
still,
is
it's funny to think. You know,
which I don't think that was from breathing techniques. I think that was Rengoku telling him to
breathe.
get Oh,
To fucking
never
breathe.
mind.
He said, breathe harder and focus. What do you
Breathing is
mean?
Everything can be
breathing is the
done
most
with your
important thing in
breathing.
this world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Breathing and smelling and hearing, apparently.
Well, and like, Inosuke's gimmick is that he has like a danger sense kind of thing with his body.
Like a spidey sense.
Pretty much, it seems.
That's why he's always half naked. That's why he was getting so pissed off about the robes.
Well, that and he's a fucking mountain man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was the purpose of like that one? I don't even know, like the scorpion pose type thing. The reverse.
His feet are like a fucking compass or some shit. I don't know,
I
pointing
think
him
that
to
was
the
just
direction of the demon.
I think that was just fan service. Come on.
They didn't show any more skin, or unless
Do we need skin? It's a no skate, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Something that I was just gonna mention quick is
the title is called Aesthetic Waifu, so
that's true.
bitch,
Yes.
let it out.
I was wondering what her name was because I guess Daki is her demon name, which makes sense. But I remembered the whole thing with her name from the episode and how like the old lady like finally got onto her, and was just gonna say it in case anyone thought that it was curious or interesting that how the old lady was like, I've heard of this Oiron who's always had an ill temper and like cocks her head a certain way, and she always has this the Hime on the end of her name, Hime, and apparently in Japanese, Hime means princess. So
She's known as, and I'm gonna butcher this because I don't speak Japanese. She's known as Wara Bihime.
yeah, exactly. And then and at a certain time it was Yatama Hime, and so yeah, they all end with the princess word. So this demon clearly
It's old.
A is old and has been doing this a long time, but B, considers herself as definitely like royalty among people, but at the same time, she immediately fell to the floor in front of Muzan, which again just like we talked about from the first episode where he just basically threw Akaza out the freaking window. This just, I guess, is a testament to the power of Muzan, you know what I mean? And how strong he must be to get this other demon who has killed 12 Hashira to just fall onto her knees out of respect,
We know nothing about Muzan's origins, right?
I don't think so.
No.
All we know
I
is
feel like
that
we've
he's
only
the
seen a
big bad
fraction of
guy.
his power, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all we know is that he's the big bad, very bad guy.
I think what we said last episode though is to me it's 100% like I think it's actually what happened. The reason he went to Tanjiro's house was to kill all the Sunbreathers. I think that's 100% why he went to Tanjiro's house,
Yeah.
and he didn't know about Tanjiro. Because I'm almost 100% positive Tanjiro's dad died before the demon attack.
I mean,
I think
the only question
sickness.
I would,
Yeah.
the only question I would have to that though is like, wouldn't he not notice that none of the boys have like the earrings on? Because isn't that the whole gimmick with sun breathing that you need those like flag earrings?
I
I
think
don't.
that we were just speculating that. I don't think that the earrings mean.
Yeah,
I don't think you have to be wearing the earrings to do sun breathing. I
yeah.
think
I don't.
it's
I
just a
don't think the.
symbol.
Yeah, I
It's
Yeah.
don't
just
think
a
the
symbol.
earrings. The earrings are the symbol of Tanjiro's family. I think.
Well, no,
I don't
because
think it unlocks any special power.
well, no, but like the whole gimmick is like when he was doing like all the sun dancing in the middle of the winter, when Tanjiro was having his flashback. Um, the father mentioned something about like that's the promise I made. I promised to pass these earrings on. I don't know if this represents awakening like the ability to use sun breathing because right after that flashback, Tanjiro used the fucking fire dragon shit.
Like
And well, no, think about this too. Is it just Tanjiro's family that has the ability to do sun breathing? Well, because we haven't seen any other sun breathers, or we have no other records of sun breathing. It only seems connected to a family, which, you know, is just distinct with these earrings.
if sun breathing, if anyone could put on these earrings and become a sun breather, I'm going to stop watching this show.
Well, I
That
mean,
is
it
the
probably
stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
well, I mean, it probably requires you to be able to actually wield a sword. Like Rengoku's brother can't wield a sword because it doesn't change color for him because he's not a good enough
So,
swordsman.
what you're saying is if Inosuke put the earrings on, he could sun breathe?
Well, I don't know about that.
I think the sun breathing is just the earrings are just a symbol of sun breathing,
Yeah.
and what Rengoku or not Rengoku, what Tanjiro's father meant by I have to pass on these earrings is I'm going to pass on the lineage and our family's legacy,
Yeah.
and that
It's
symbol
it's-
is.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Yusuf.
No, I said I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Keep going.
I think it's the same as like a family crest or something like that, where it's just symbolic of, their history or the family, whether it's the history of the Sunbreathers or Tanjiro's family itself. I don't think that the earrings themselves are connected to having any specific powers bestowed upon you. It's just that that's what it symbolizes. And
Yeah.
so that's why Muzan is pointing out, get the kid who has the sun-shaped earrings or whatever.
I just realized it just looking at his earrings right now. Like, yeah, they are suns. I didn't even think about
Mhm.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had a random thought, and I think we may have talked about it briefly last episode, but um, just looking back at the fight between Tanjiro and I can't remember the demon, like the spider one.
Rui.
Ruby,
Yeah, what was that
Ratatouille.
technique? Was, was that technique then the sun breathing technique? Because otherwise he
I'm
just walked up
assuming.
to-
I'm
every
assuming
time,
it
like,
is.
It
every
seemed to
time
be
that
a
technique.
combination of that breathing, that water breathing form,
Mhm.
plus that
Like,
whatever
yeah, but I think
Kage
in
no
that
no
moment,
jutsu fucking fire move.
I think it was a long time ago, so I might be remembering wrong. But I think during that fight, he was trying to think back to his father's dance, and he tried to mimic that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, just based on those memories, he ended up conjuring some kind of sun breathing technique, and his then sword let out the sun breathing form because it
Didn't
was in fire. It wasn't even water.
didn't Rengoku say though that he thought it was the secret 10th form of fire breathing in the movie? Because fire breathing only has 9 forms, and Rengoku created the 9th form, which is Rengoku. Didn't he say he thought it might have been like a 10th form or something? Because maybe he didn't know what sun breathing was.
I don't remember.
Because it looks like fire breathing, and if sun breathing is just a more powerful fire breathing, I mean that's so stupid too.
Do you think the ninth form was something, Rengoku made, or was it someone in his family that made it?
I'm pretty sure it said he made that form.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he made that form.
I mean, it definitely makes sense in terms of his character.
Ninth form.
But where were we in episode 3? I don't want to get too trailed off here.
I think we were just jumping around.
We're talking about like the power levels between fucking Ducky and Akaza.
Oh my goodness.
So then
I guess the most on track we were was between Daki and Muzin meeting and then kind of like boosting up her ego.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so after that, I can't remember where we left off.
Well, what was the next part of? Well, I didn't say it. It didn't say anything about the fire breathing ninth form. So
it either cuts off to Zenitsu making a stand or Inosuke like punching the dude in the fucking mouth, killing a man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is the scene with Dake and the mistress, is that before Inosuke or after Inosuke?
It might have even been. It might have been like during Zenitsu's bit. Like they're showing Zenitsu in front of her for a little bit, and then they showed like all of that, and then they showed her with Zenitsu again, and then that's when she punches him. Maybe.
Well, no, because she drops the mistress.
I think that was a flashback. That was a flashback.
It was, but she drops the madam, and then she walks into the room, and that's where Muzin's waiting for her. It's that same sequence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think she did that before Inosuke, or I don't know when, but
yeah.
That was insane. How she can just fly there? I was like, what the hell's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
her
it was.
Blood demon art.
Yeah, it could have been like around the same time before Zenitsu got punched, because Muzin told her to look out for just normal demon slayers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where she kind of picked up like, oh, this ugly bitch is actually part of the core,
Yeah, and
before she
Daki
decks him.
stopped calling Zenitsu like this girl or she or her. She started saying he and him when referring to Zenitsu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but like towards the end of episode 3, right before the ending, she was calling him and he and stuff. So she knows.
I think she could tell. She mentioned that she knew that he was a demon slayer based on how like the moment that he was not unconscious from her hit, he went on to a defensive mode, which is just him when he's asleep.
And didn't have any like sustainable injuries.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely sucked that Inosuke lost like his trail though, of the demon.
That was a cool scene. Yeah.
It would have been so cool if he punched him through the wall and ended up hitting the demon too.
Okay, but then what does he do? He dies then if he punches that demon. Inosuke can't beat upper six by himself.
He probably would have been outclassed.
Yeah, he would have got his ass waxed. So
no swords.
Not whipped either. Just fucking waxed.
That too.
I mean, probably they would have just punched a thing of cloth, right? Because that's what he was following.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what her blood demon art is. If she can just control her cloths like separate from her body,
or maybe like the cloth is infused with her blood.
Yeah.
Maybe she just gets like a fuck ton of cloth and just infuses it with her blood, and she has full control of all that fabric. Because it looks like she has a lot, because she has probably how many of the wives captured? We don't even know where the other two are right now. So for all we know, they're all captured wrapped in cloth. And now Inosuke is following it.
I had something I wanted to ask. So if you guys, I can ask after if we're on track with something.
No, go ahead.
It was regarding the letters that the wives were sending to Tengen. We kept seeing that flashing to that demon, sucking on the letters.
Oh.
Was the demon ever sending those letters herself or pretending to be one of those wives, Makio? Because she ended up mentioning that you got them to come to me or something, and I don't know if that was just based on their responsibilities, or that she like manipulated her writing to lure
I
Tegan
mean,
and 3
were those
over.
even letters though that the
Yeah, I think
ducky
that that
was
was
doing?
just
I think
like
it was to dry off her lips because they're
yeah,
painting shit on it.
it
Well,
was
there was,
like a tissue.
if it wasn't that scene, I do remember at one point, like while she was torturing Makio, that she was like throwing a bunch of letters on the ground.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, what the fuck are these? You know, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
she was during that scene. She was asking who she was writing.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
So
like
she was trying to figure out who.
whispering into her ear, like, yeah, let us know, tell us, and shit like that.
Was that when she was accusing Makio of committing whatever the word was when you leave and run off with a man?
Yeah,
Forget what that word was now.
I think so.
Was it like Sukihira or something like that?
Well, I mean, Makio hasn't been what was it, accused of doing that just yet. They just think she's sick in her room.
The other one has been accused of doing that. We don't know where the other one is.
Yeah, the one with Tanjiro.
And the one in the one in Zenetsu's house we haven't heard anything about yet. I don't think.
Yeah, I think Zenetsu hasn't come across the wife's name, I don't think. He just got decked in the face, pretty much.
Can I ask why the hell Demon Slayer is obsessed with having a group of 3 identical little girls in every fucking arc? Like, what the fuck? Why? Like, they're identical to the ones from the Butterfly House.
Yeah, because there's 3 main characters. There you go. Bam, bang, ba, boom.
Symmetry, baby.
Whatever.
Because they probably
I can see the distaste on your face. You're just like, I don't like it.
Well, I mean, it's like there's probably a lot of girls in those kind of houses, so
Probably
maybe there's probably even more.
babies born. So.
Axio.
And with the other 3, they just watched Powerpuff Girls beforehand. They're like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do that. Because weren't their colors like red, blue, and green
Red,
or
blue,
some
and
shit?
green.
There
Red,
you
blue,
go.
and pink. Yeah.
There you go.
They're really Powerpuff Girls.
Not saying it's plagiarism, just saying. At least they gave them fucking hands.
Do the other ones not have hands?
Powerpuff Girls
Girls
don't.
just have like
I
nubs.
thought you were talking about like the girls from the Butterfly House.
People make
It's
some
like, what the
creepy.
fuck?
People make some creepy fucking pictures of what's actually going on the surface of those hands, man.
Yo.
Yeah, it's
What?
fucked up. Yeah, there's one image I saw that like zoomed in on like the soft like palms, and they enhanced it so much that the reason that they can grab stuff is that the surface of their hand, in quotes, is just a bunch of small hands. It's nightmare fuel, dude. It's like the whole what the internet did with Garfield, I'm hungry, John. Eats the planet and shit, Internet's a scary place.
I hate Mondays.
All right, back to Demon Slayer. What were we talking about?
Something
I think
about
we were
tofu and Oreos, I think.
pretty near the end of the episode, in all honesty.
Well, I mean, Tanjiro just doesn't do
We've
shit.
jumped around a lot.
We
I
talk about.
don't even know what characters you're talking about anymore. You're just shouting out food, and I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
Trav's got a
remember.
nickname for just about everybody at this point.
I just don't remember the names.
It's not. They're not hard names to remember.
Well, it's more fun for me now.
Tengen.
Yeah, I'm more surprised you remember the food because you don't even eat half those foods.
We skipped over all the Tanjiro stuff because it's just filler.
Yeah.
I eat
Just
Oreos.
He cleans
I'll
real
fuck up a
good.
plate of
We're all
Oreos,
very
dude.
proud.
Don't talk shit about me and Oreos. I'll fuck them up.
Yeah, you want to talk about something that was annoying? Not Zenitsu, but Tanjiro saying, "What's next? What's next? What's next?"
Yeah, I'm on your side, man. I'm like, he's not doing shit, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening with Tanjiro. Like,
Oh, no.
I thought it was kind of humorous, but at the same time, I was like, alright, let's,
He
What the
cleaned
fuck?
and he cleaned and then he smelled the air and said, "Ooh, this air smells bad." And that's all he did this episode.
I'm getting a bad scent. Oh wait, that's just the laundry. I have to take it in or some shit. Probably some bullshit.
I can't remember now, but did any of them, I mean, Inosuke excluded because he didn't talk, but did either of the other two end up changing their voice at all? Were they talking completely normal?
Talking completely normal.
I think Zenitsu held back a little bit, but then after the whole incident, he's just talking normal now. Tanjiro doesn't fucking hide it at all.
I almost felt like I almost thought that Tanjiro and Zenitsu like made their voices higher in episode 2 when they were trying to get recruited, and then just immediately after they were recruited, they just gave up that bit and just went back to using their normal voices.
I think they did too. Yeah.
I
don't
will
really know why then they even bothered to like have it be that they did that with their voices.
Well, they have to get sold off.
Mm.
They don't want to hire a Oreo for, if they're gonna talk like a dude.
Well, yeah, but then why did they stop faking it once they got
what are
hired?
they gonna do? Fucking write them out of the script? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why didn't because Nezuko can hold her own in a fight, and Inosuke can't talk. Why didn't they just sell Nezuko too? Because she's an actual girl, right?
Because she's also an actual demon.
But not a regular human's not going to know that she's a demon.
Yeah, I don't
she's
know.
not
I think
cute
it would
enough.
be too problematic if you separate her from Tanjiro at any given time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
gonna.
in the
He's
movie-
gonna.
Like
in
the
the
city
movie,
goes
she
to
was
sleep in
separated.
the
In the movie, she was separated from him.
I mean, sure.
Yeah,
like,
but
that was for a fight, not for
Tanjiro
an extended period
knew.
of time.
Tanjiro knew Nezuko was on the train.
Yeah.
And
she was
Tanjiro
there with
would enter a
Zenitsu.
building and just be like, "I don't smell my sister. I'm not picking up her scent anywhere."
But don't get me wrong, I would love to see, Nezuko do something other than being like in a fight. You know what I mean? It would be cool.
Yeah,
To either do something else,
she's
like
sleeping.
stealthing around or anything like that. But I think that, especially because correct me if I'm wrong, that there's a part of the opening where it almost looks like she's like doing a blood demon art with like some plants.
To me,
or vines or something, right?
well, that's just her like fire blood that she did last time.
But it looked like it was something to do with like plants or like vines or something.
Maybe she's
Shoot,
working
I'm
on landscaping
trying to look it up.
while Tanjiro's fighting.
I'll look through the opening right now and try and find it. But yeah, it would be cool to see her do something other than just being used in a fight. You know what I mean? But
it does. You're right. It does look like plants or vines. Yeah.
So maybe another demon pops up somewhere.
or
maybe
it's just
she has another blood
demon art. Yeah.
Well, it's like, okay, that's fair. But it's like they always have Nezuko in like their back pocket. I thought they were gonna use her more because in the first episode, it showed Nezuko and Tanjiro doing missions together. Fighting the demon at the same time. And I thought with this arc they were gonna have them fight together more often. Granted, we're only on episode 3, but it is kind of surprising that they didn't like get Nezuko hired either, because I'm pretty sure she'd be an easy mark.
Yeah.
I think there were only 3 houses though, right? That
Well,
we know of?
There's more than 3 houses, but only 3 houses that Tengen's wives went to.
Yeah, so
I cannot.
Person.
Yeah, I mean maybe Nezuko will just do some spy shit while Tanjiro's like cleaning shit.
Yeah, I am not able to like take a clip or anything of Crunchyroll because of the way that it works, and they don't want you to share stuff or whatever. So I can't even like take a picture to show it. But yeah, if you saw it and you know what I mean, then yeah, it looks like maybe we'll see her have another blood demon art besides just the fire, which I think would be really cool.
Well, I mean, hey, with his theory we have that Tanjiro's family are sun breathers, and sun breathers are the ancestor to every breathing form. Maybe she can use every demon art too. Because
or just more than one even.
Yeah, because there's probably never been a sun breather that's been a demon before, right?
And she's, at least as far as we can tell, the only one who hasn't gone ate a human pretty quickly.
And maybe that is maybe the sun breathing has something to do with the fact that she isn't evil or something.
No, it's because she loves her family. Like Van Diesel said, it's all about family.
No, it's all about the Mets,
It's all
baby.
about
Gotta
the
love
fucking Mets, dude. Gotta love the Mets. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna go with
I'm
episode
so
4.
disappointed in this community.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm wondering where they're gonna go with episode 4 because it cuts with Zenitsu getting grabbed at the last second.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
I legit blinked and I heard what happened. I didn't see it, and then I was like,
Oh,
wait,
oh,
yeah.
dude!
So I had to be reminded. I'm like, oh.
As soon as I saw like Zenitsu like put the rag on his face and then like he smiled and I was like, he's fucked. Yep. And then sure enough, second later, the cloth came down. I was like, oh, he just got fucked up.
That brings me to the question I asked Trav before we started streaming. I don't think they'll have the balls, but the entire time I was watching Zenitsu in this episode, I was like, holy shit, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Do you think they have the balls to kill off one of the main 4?
No.
I don't think they do either.
4, you mean including Tengen?
No, including Nezuko.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more worried about Tofu dying.
Yeah.
Because I hope it doesn't become a trend where they come up with a Hashira and it's like the arc ends with them dying or some shit.
Yeah.
I think that's why he won't die is because they just killed the Hashira. So I think they're like people are kind of expecting him to die, so they're gonna subdue. That's why I think it would kind of be a good time to kill off one of the main characters, but I don't think they have the balls to do that.
I think all of the main characters they could kill, Zenitsu would be the one to kill.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
I think he'd have the most impact in the story.
I mean, the only problem with that is like Zenitsu's character has gotten zero closure. You know, this would be a very inappropriate time to take him out. Like with Rengoku, it made sense. You know, he was just fighting, and he became a Hashira because he wanted to make his mother proud and shit. And then it just ended with the mother being like, "Yeah, you're the shit, bro." And he's like, "All right, cool, peace out." And you know, Zenitsu, we don't even know what his motivations are past being a scared little shit.
He wants to get married.
Yeah. Rather than making it seem like dying is always the end game or whatever, it could just be that Zenitsu or somebody gets like a super bad injury that's not just like a couple episodes to heal, that it's a significant period of time of like being out of the game or whatever, and then it's like a triumphant return back kind of a thing, you know what I mean? Like,
well, they've already discredited that because that would have been a thing, but after season 1, when he lost his arms, they just gave him medicine to grow him back. So like, they've already taken that off the table, that they can get seriously injured for a long time because they'll just give him that medicine again.
I mean,
I retract my previous statement.
It's not like he lost his arms; they just fucking shrank a little bit.
Yeah, and then they gave him medicine to grow back.
So they had an antidote to the poison.
Poison for Cusco.
I think if they don't kill,
they just fucking breathed his arms back.
Main 4, I think they at least have some room with the 3 wives. I think one of them is fair game.
For sure, someone's gonna die in this arc for sure.
Not the waifus.
Not Makia, dude. I'm in love with Makia already.
Okay, Jesus Christ. We ain't fucking... Is it because she's wrapped up? What the fuck's wrong with you? Bro. What the fuck?
Bro.
Jesus, dude. You didn't even give it a...
openings.
No. No. Let's discuss this. What position where she rapped that you fell in love?
I played the 5th.
Yeah, age gate this time.
Smart.
Yeah,
smart.
You gotta age restrict this now.
Smart.
I mean, this shit ain't for kids. It's not like fucking tricks.
Whoopee.
So yeah, that's pretty much the end of episode 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Inosuke sort of blew his cover pretty much, and Zenitsu's gonna get captured. Hopefully Tanjiro and Nezuko step it up, unless Tofu's gonna step in the action and maybe clutch it for Zenitsu.
What do you guys think's happening in episode 4?
That's what I was gonna say. What's the predictions for either Zenitsu or just in a different house or Tengen?
I don't know. Cause like, are they supposed to continuously report to Tengen, like write him letters and shit? Are they supposed to report to him?
I don't recall.
Well, I mean, the reason why they were writing him letters was because he wasn't in the entertainment district, so they could just meet up.
No, I get that. I'm saying, are Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu supposed to keep reporting to him while they're undercover?
Probably.
So then I feel like the way they're gonna find out about Zenitsu is he's not gonna report, and Tengen's gonna be like, "This isn't right," and then he's gonna go investigate, and then they're probably gonna be, I don't know if they might set up the meeting between Daki and Tengen at the end of episode 4. So I think episode 4 might be the build to them like meeting and they're fighting.
No. Tanjiro's just gonna smell something's in the air, and he's gonna fucking find the answers.
Well, isn't the next episode, doesn't that line up with Christmas? Was it a Christmas special?
I think
it was just an after thing.
I think it was just like after, yeah.
Oh.
I hope so, because if already on episode 4 it's a story episode, if it's just non-content, that would be a little. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything rude because I mean, maybe they needed a break, yada yada, etc. etc. But it would stink for it to be this early in the season. Even if it lines up with the holiday, I would almost rather have there be a holiday special episode like later in January when we're like halfway into the season.
Do we know how long this season's supposed to be? How many episodes?
No, but I'm gonna guess it's 25 again, like season 1 was.
Mm-hmm. Could potentially be like the arc could potentially be like 12 because I mean, season 1 was just pretty much the start, and then it was more than just like one district,
Yeah, well, that's the thing too, is like if this arc, like, because traditionally in an anime you have a 24 episode season and half the season is one arc and half the season is the other arc. Do you think we're going to get only 12 episodes of, or 13 maybe, of entertainment and then move on to a new arc? Or I think we're going to get 25 episodes of this arc? Because I have no idea how long the arc is in the manga. If there's enough content, we could get a whole 25 episode season of Entertainment District, but...
I mean, yeah.
When the movie was broken down per episode, how many episodes were there?
The movie was 7, but the first episode was all brand new, so the movie turned into 6 episodes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, the movie covered a lot.
Yeah.
And to stretch this arc, like 24 episodes, like Demon Slayer isn't like Naruto where they can like fill it up with shit. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, they might just bring it to 12 or whatever, or possibly even less. It just depends how fast they fly. Because battles don't really go like too long in Demon Slayer. They usually kind of wrap up like My Hero Academia works.
I think what we might get is like a 15 or 16 episode arc, and then the last like 8 episodes wrap up / build up the next arc. Wrap up the current arc and build up the next one.
Yeah, and then we'll have Tanjiro talk about fucking Rengoku again.
Yeah. They'll probably go back to the butterfly house to recover from any injuries they've sustained.
Yeah, they'll just breathe away their injuries.
They'll just get assigned one of the triplets and they'll be happily ever after.
I don't know why. I have a feeling that Daki is not going to be the main baddie for this arc. I don't think she's going to be.
Like, you think there's going to be another demon there?
I think like one or two or like a higher moon might show up.
I do think I'm gonna look through it one more time, watch the opening one more time, but I do feel like there was the like silhouette of a character who we have not seen yet, and that silhouette looked not like a friendly person. And
also in some of the promotional like posters they put out, there's different demons that have moon symbols in their eyes. So it's not spoilers because they put it out on the internet for everyone to see. But
no, that makes sense. I mean, it would make sense if they had more than one demon, because with the train they had 2.
Mm-hmm.
One was a weaker version, but still, that's when Akazo's like, "All right, you're about to eat shit."
The dream demon was a lower moon, right?
I'm pretty sure he was lower.
Lower 1, I think, maybe.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it seems like predictions are just like, I would think either Tofu steps in and clutches it for Zenitsu, or
wait, was that just him?
Or Tanjiro like gets a hint and finally gets his clue, And then I'm pretty sure Inosuke is just gonna get scolded or some shit, you know, in like a comedic bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. If you go to the opening, like go to episode 2 and then go to 3 minutes and 39 seconds exactly.
Right,
this is someone who we have not seen. And I'm 99% sure that's a demon.
Episode 2, you said?
Episode 2, 3 minutes, 39 seconds.
Is there any way to show the picture on stream?
No.
I think I can share my screen as long as I don't play anything, maybe. No, but then I don't know if it's gonna actually show up.
You're gonna break my shit. No, do it.
Yeah. I won't. Yeah, just episode 2, 3 minutes 39 seconds, and the second and a half before and second and a half after. It's a super brief look, but if you go to exactly that time that I said there, hopefully it should show what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a demon.
That's a demon, and that is not a Kaza. I'm like 99% sure that's not just like a Kaza.
It's not a Kaza.
But that guy looks pretty freaky.
This guy's got blades on his hands. It looks like.
Yeah, like a lot like the ones that Tengen's got on his back. Oh, he's like super gangly thin.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's definitely gonna be somebody else that we encounter at some point.
You know who it is?
It's a snake guy.
Joe.
No, it's
Don't do it.
Hisoka.
Shut up! Oh my god.
No, it's Joe.
Joe Mama.
Exactly. So yeah, I think that you're definitely right that this Daki is not going to be the only big baddie that we end up seeing / fighting during this arc.
I think what might happen is kind of similar to the movie where I think the main 3/4 with Nezuko is gonna fight Daki, and then Tengen's gonna fight this other baddie
kid
that we haven't found out yet anything about.
Again, especially since it looks like he's got some daggers / mini scimitars that are very similar to Tengen's. It just makes sense.
Ooh, what if it's like a demon of one of his friends?
One of his shinobis? That would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he became a demon slayer, because his friend got turned into a demon and he wanted to quote unquote save him by killing him,
or at least killing the others. Yeah. Good theory.
But I mean, this is kind of overall speculation for the entire season, but do we think Tanjiro's finally going to get to kill Upper? Do you think he'll be the one to kill Daki?
I mean,
it would, if anything, it'd be like a group effort, probably.
Yeah, like fucking Zenitsu would make an opening, Inosuke would keep that open, and like Tanjiro would come in with sun breathing.
Yeah.
And Nezuko would like explode the blade or some shit. I don't fucking know. And then the guy would come back and freak out. You can fucking blow up my sword again. We'll fucking stab you again.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the real question.
Will their swords survive? Is the question. Yeah. Probably not, because that's their favorite fucking pastime, is breaking their swords and freaking out and fucking breathing. All right, I think that's pretty much it with episode 2 and 3.
Yep.
I don't got anything else.
Ditto.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop. If you wanna, do the honors.
Well, I was gonna do the outro that we were talking about, like the pre-recorded one.
No, do it now, pussy.
I'm not doing it live because I'm gonna fuck it up.
Do it now.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We gotta end the stream.
On the next episode of
this
episode.
All right, Josh, take it away.
Yeah, Josh got it.
You'll see a nice outro, definitely in the next episode of this episode.
Now we're making promises. No promises.
Yeah, there's no promises in this episode.
Here's the fucking outro. Go, Josh.
On the next episode of this episode, live podcast ? Will we all be together?
We don't know what the
in
fuck
the
this
same
is.
room ? These are all questions that will be answered on the,
Four boys in the same room. Gone wild.
Men. Oh, don't say Gone Wild. I don't want to show up anymore.
Undoubtedly, we will be talking about Demon Slayer again the next episode, or episodes,
Allegedly.
depending on when we actually do the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for watching. We're going to head the fuck out. So, bye.
Night.
Peace.